is the light so bad? A little better. It's okay. What's going on, guys? Today's videos we're going to be installing a brand new radio and fascia kit on my Honda Accord Euro today. So this is the standard fascia kit I've got now. It's the air condition control with the radio implemented. What I'll do is I'll just turn off the ACs just so you guys can see it. So what it is it's an all-in-one unit. I have the AC controls and I've also got the display up top. It controls completely everything top to bottom. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be installing a fascia kit to separate the radio and the air condition controls. So I'm gonna start pulling this apart now. So I've pulled apart this fascia kit more times than I can actually count. Most Honda Accord Euro owners will tell you is they've taken apart their fascia kit probably, I would say the average person takes off their fascia kit like at least once in their ownership of a Honda Accord Euro. The only reason why is because of the stock head unit. It doesn't actually allow you to input any auxiliary cables or anything like that. They have to put an external auxiliary unit into the back of it. And to get to the back of it, you gotta at least take off like at least the bottom compartment of it. So you can plug in the unit, but you also got to take all of this off when you want to change the shifter, or if you want to change the trims, of course, and yeah, just the units, because we live in 2020. You can't live with the radio. Who's gonna live with the radio? Oh, how many times have I taken this off? I've gone through the eBay kits so many times. That's why I'm so used to it. I know exactly where to go. I know it doesn't look graceful, but trust me, it works. What you'll see here, I've taken completely off everything in between. What I'll do now is start taking off the actual radio. But as I said earlier, this is the attachment people have to put on for auxiliary cables. This is a Bluetooth unit, so you know, same principle. This adds Bluetooth capability to the actual unit. You actually have to plug it in. You gotta actually plug it into the very bottom of it. So I believe every single Accord Euro owner has taken off their fascia kits at least, you know, once. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start taking off the radio, and it should be a bare unit. So see you in a bit. Whoa! Oh wait. Whoa! We ran into an issue. I don't know if I said it yesterday. Well, it's been a day. The reason why is I think what most people relate to is you look at a job you're gonna do to your car. You say, yep, should be easy. And then you run into one bolt. Just one bolt that sets your expected timeline way back. Yeah, that bolt was for the radio. Let me show you what we got stuck on. This is the stock radio out of the car. This is completely pulled out. So it's held on by 3 screws at the top. This is just connecting it to the dash. The bracket on the bottom of it that holds it to the actual car. Let me show you what happened. So yep, the bolt comes out here. So if that's any indication of what had to happen and also the current condition of it, I'll let you guys put 2 and 2 together to tell you how stuck we were. Yeah, I'm gonna continue. I didn't actually get to capture the entire build of the fascia kit, so I got a little assistance from my brother in regarding the harness. So he made the harness while I was taking out this radio, and he also, because he was also done with the harness before I pulled out the radio, he assembled the fascia kit. So I can go through the fascia kit and the design and the build of it, and yeah, so I'll just basically pick up from where I left off yesterday. So this is the radio that's been completely taken out, so you can see it's completely empty. What I'll show you down here is the actual fascia kit, if I can get some good lighting on it. Here's the fascia kit here. It is a complete round set, as you can see, with the HVAC controls on the top, and I have a Sony XAV3000 installed. This is with the brackets and controlled everything, and I don't know if anyone cares about the wiring harness, but let's see anyway. So what the fascia kit came with is a smart interactive interface board that has connections between the board and the fascia, which is all connected, and also to input the HVAC controls. So this will translate everything. So it's sort of like a CAN bus, I would say. I don't know if that's the right term to use, but it's more or less like the brain of the unit, translating everything to the fascia buttons, and then outputting it correctly towards the HVAC unit. So yep, so that's pretty much the brain of the unit. So this is the stock harness in the back here. That's the stock harness that comes out of that's, you know, natural to it. I have an RCA adapter attached to it for sub output. So this connection harness, or more or less an ISO harness, connects to the actual board and connects to the board, but it also provides a split here marked by this black tape to connect to the back of the unit. I'm sorry that it is very messy. This is the best I can make it look. My brother did all the wiring, so thank you to him. Yeah, so that's all the wiring in the back. What I'll do is clean it up a little bit, I'll pack everything up, and I'll clock everything in, and I'll show you the finished product. So something I forgot to mention about the Facia kit is it deletes the bottom storage compartment. I believe it's just due to fitment. That's why you have to delete it, just because of, I think it may be a bit too far down and has to accommodate for the double din top, but it does give you a replacement one, which is very, very, very nice. So if I put that in here, so that's all clipped in. So it does provide you like a small little cigarette lighter design to it with a USB input that connects directly into your double din radio. It does save everything else on the bottom here, so your normal cigarette lighter and your normal ashtray. So here's a complete view of it, top in, top down. So it goes from the bottom compartment all the way to the top vent. So here's the finished product with my car on. I'm not too sure if me having the car on works or anything, but I can quickly go through it. Most important part is the HVAC unit, so the air condition controls. So I have a dual zone Honda Accord Euro, so I've got the 2 dials here. You do have to do a small little bit of programming because these are made for left-hand drive, but that doesn't really affect it. It's very, very simple programming, like holding a button, pressing 1 or 2, that's it. Because we're in Australia, I move this changes both. If the person on the passenger moves it, this changes as well, turning on dual controls. Very, very, very cool. You can turn dual off and then set it back to normal. What's very, very, very nice is that it doesn't actually mess with the dash. I have a pre-facelift dash, so it's only gonna display the outside temperature and the current trip data. And next up we have my USB plugged into my phone. You'll see like another cable there because that was a bad cable. So yeah, cable plugged into my phone here, has complete Apple CarPlay controls, everything. The bottom is really dependent on what radio you get. So again, I have a XAV3000. My favorite thing about this Facia kit is how cleanly it finishes into the dash. You can see that it leaves not even a bump. It really sits flush into the dash. So the wiring difficulty is more or less how much experience you have. So I can't really judge it. I'm not the best at it. What I do recommend is probably getting the harness pre-done for you. So it goes radio Facia car instead of radio car, because you have to include the HVAC control. So it is a bit technical. Another note is I'm able to wire up my rear view camera, which is very, very, very neat. Something that should be noteworthy is the steering wheel controls. Yep, so and then mode to change the settings of it, your channel up buttons, change the actual track. I'm on YouTube, so it changes to whatever on next on the queue. So there is some extra programming you can do to actually set this to, depending on the unit, you can set the mode to mute, play, pause, all that stuff. So yeah, that was the Honda Accord Euro Facia kit upgrade. I hope that it's very entertaining to watch. I know it's just me installing a Facia kit, but it's an install that I've been wanting to do for a very, very, very long time, because the Facia kit's actually pretty hard to source. I had to wait a little bit to get this Facia kit. That's why it's been on my bucket list for a little bit. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, have a really good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Here's an update for you cats that did stay around. I got a hold of a hybrid racing short shifter with a skunk 2-weighted gear knob on top.